Morning, this is Brian. Today's May 25th, 2022. It's a lovely Tuesday morning. So I'm here at just a little over 6,000 feet in the Laguna Mountains along Stephenson Peak access road. Sunrise Highway is just around the bend, a little bit down from here. So this video, I just want to talk about what's blooming around here in the Laguna Mountains right now. Since it's late May into June, since we're at higher elevation, we're 6,000 feet, things will be blooming a lot later than they would be down below. So what do we have blooming up here in the lagunas right now? Well, one of the most obvious plants, you'll see a lot of this one pretty much anywhere here in Southern California. I've come across this plant many times over my hiking years. Is the beautiful golden yarrow, Eriophyllum confertiflorum, variety confertiflorum. Small perennial subshrub in the sunflower family. So here we go. Eriophyllum confertiflorum, variety confertiflorum. You're going to find that plant a whole lot in the Laguna Mountains. Pretty much anywhere here in Southern California. Very common, very abundant, actually more, I'd say more abundant than pretty much anything else. And then Parish Blue Curls is blooming right now up here at 6,000 feet, and that is Trichostemma parishii, a wonderfully fragrant plant in the mint family. And then we have Mojave buckwheat that is getting ready to burst open. The buckwheats at the lower elevations here in San Diego County, in Southern California for that matter. See, we have here, this is Eriogonum fasciculatum variety polifolium, the Mojave buckwheat. At the lower elevations, in the foothills, we have Eriogonum fasciculatum variety foliolosum, and then towards the ocean, Eriogonum fasciculatum variety fasciculatum. They're already blooming right now, but up here, these ones are just budding out. And you can see here, they're going to have these clusters of white, sometimes with little tinges of pink on them. So that one's on deck to be blooming right now. Now, a little earlier this spring is when we had couple-leaf ceanothus perplexans blooming with clusters of white flowers. Now they're developing their seed capsules. So they're a little bit earlier of a bloomer. Another earlier bloomer, slightly earlier bloomer, is birch-leaf mountain mahogany, Cercocarpus petuloides reticuloides. They bloom probably a little bit earlier. Of course, if you go down the mountain, they bloom a lot earlier. And then we also have the endemic hairy, or should I say, I think it's called the Mount Laguna yerba santa, Eriodictyon trichocalix variety lanatum. And you got these little tubular pinkish white flowers. Actually, they're in full bloom right now, so they're putting on quite a sight up here. And then this is the highest I've ever seen this one before, bushcloth. And I did a spotlight video on this one back in mid-March, the day before the spring equinox. I did a spotlight video on this at about 30,500 feet elevation in Los Angeles County, in the San Gabriel Mountains, lower elevations. And now, that was March 19th. Today is May 31st, and we're up here at 6,000 feet. And there we have it, Dendromicon rigida. So check out my spotlight video on that for more information about that plant. Let's see, what else do we have blooming up here? There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on still. Here's more of that beautiful golden yarrow, making a natural rock garden right here, right on these little granite outcrops. Let's see what else we got blooming, because there's still some more stuff out there. Since we're higher up, the bloom season's usually a little bit later. Well, looks like we missed most of the Our Lord's Candle. That's another nickname for chaparral yucca, Hespero yucca whippley. Pretty much missed that. They're already developing their seed capsules up here. So probably earlier May, maybe even late April would probably have been a preferable time to come up here and visit this area. There's some other really cool stuff blooming, so let's keep on trucking. And some stuff that's about to bloom. Looks like some stuff I caught early. So let's see. So it already shows you Paris blue curls. Let's see. Here's a shrub, most common below 5,000 feet, but today would be the second time I've seen it above 6,000 feet. Despite the fact that I've been here a couple times before, I never noticed it here for some reason. Hollyleaf cherry, Prunus ilicifolia, subspecies ilicifolia. And down in the lower elevations, a lot of them are already bloomed and already starting to produce their little drupes, the little cherries. But up here, being a much smaller, much more wind trimmed and exposed high elevation site for this plant, they're not going to have the big long racemes or big long linear clusters of flowers. Up here, they're kind of small. They're growing these little racemes, and they're going to be 5-petaled and white very soon. So this is hollyleaf cherry near its elevational limit. I've seen it as high as 6,400 feet along the Cedar Springs Trail in Mount Laguna. That's where I am now. I've seen it as high as 6,400 feet along the Cedar Springs Trail in the southern San Jacinto Mountains. So sometimes you will find it up quite high in elevation, higher than you'd think. So it's quite a bit blooming. That chaparral yucca's flowers just barely faded, and then the manzanitas, some of them have already flowered, some of them are still developing flower buds, and some of them haven't even done anything yet. This one's already starting to get its fruits. Is that a fruit or a leaf gall? That's a fruit. These little round drupes. So, there's quite a bit going on up here at 6,000 feet in the Laguna mountain range here in San Diego County. Here's pink-backed manzanita, Arctostaphylos pringli subspecies drupacea, starting to develop its flower buds. Pink-backed manzanita is different from a lot of the other manzanitas here in Southern California, is that it does not pre-develop these flower buds. It does not pre-develop them the previous year. So for instance, Eastwood manzanita, Big Berry manzanita, and the other types of manzanitas, they will develop these flower buds the previous summer. So last year would have been summer 2021. These flower buds would have been here since 2021. But as you can tell here, it's part of the new growth spurt. So the pink-backed manzanita doesn't pre-develop its flower buds like the other species does. So that could potentially be a helpful identification hint, because, and I'm going to be completely honest, I've had a lot of trouble identifying manzanitas over the years, and I still do. So, sometimes you can use the process of elimination to pick out your pink racks. But just figured I'd do a short little video about what's been blooming up here. It was definitely worth checking out. And I'll see you on another video, so thanks for watching.